Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the West End Imps show. By myself today. Unfortunately, Chris did not attend the game against Wednesday this afternoon. So, unfortunately, you've got to sit and listen to me talk for about 10 to 15 minutes. Before we do get started, if you could like, comment, and subscribe to the Stacey West YouTube channel, it would be massively appreciated by all of us here at the Stacey West. So, if you could do that, that would be great. Right, where to start then? Team selection, I suppose, is probably the best place to start. Obviously, Mark Kennedy named an unchanged team from the side that won at Portman Road last Saturday. I think that's a really wise decision based on the fact that Sheffield Wednesday are one of the teams that have an abundance of talent in their attacking options. You know, the likes of Wilkes came on, Michael Smith, who they poached from Rotherham, Lee Gregory, obviously, who we'll get onto in a little bit as well. A really good attacking outfit, and to be honest, I think going the five at the back was probably for the best to try and combat their attacking options. But if you actually watch the game back, you know, you look at our wing backs, they're pretty much playing that as wingers anyway, especially TJ gets further forward. So no real surprises for the team selection. Obviously, it's a game where I think we're probably looking to get a point out of, try and keep the unbeaten run going. Like I said, Wednesday have started really well so far this season under Darren Moore and no mugs whatsoever. And I think the first sort of half showed that really. They looked really good, didn't they? Passing the ball, I think Barry Bannon was dictating the play. You know, early stages they did really well, and we started off quite brightly. Obviously, a couple of corners didn't really go anywhere, and then the goal comes maybe just under 10 minutes in. Free kick gets given and Rushworth on. I think it's probably his first mistake that he's made in a Lincoln City shirt so far this season. I think it's similar to I described it as people that I was sat around as similar to Sean Rowan when he did that pass, the throw-in against Bolton a couple of weeks ago. I don't think Rushworth was looking particularly, and obviously it's a poor ball trying to find TJ or Pordy O'Connor, whichever one it was on the right-hand side, cut out by Lee Gregory, who then advances towards the box. And to be fair, he's still got a lot to do because he's still got a couple of bodies in the way, but a really smart finish with his right foot into the corner. And from then on in, I thought, well, Wednesday are probably going to go on and try and, you know, kill the game off. But for some reason, they just sort of sat back. Yeah, you know, they obviously looked dangerous coming forward. I think it was Palmer, the right wing back, and Martin Johnson, the left wing back, put a couple of dangerous balls into the area. Obviously, Rushworth made a really good save from a header. But apart from that, Sheffield Wednesday didn't particularly threatened for the rest of the first half. Thought they were pretty timid. They were happy to play the ball around the back. I think the defenders probably touched the ball the most out of any of their team. And then obviously half time came, and to be honest, I was sort of thanking my lucky stars that it was only just the one goal down. Wednesday this season have been known to go and kill teams off, and for some reason they didn't go and kill us off. So getting to half time, 1-0 down, relatively happy based on you know that, and I didn't think we really created too many things going forward. Obviously, Ben House had the opportunity saved by David Stockdale. Again, you know, pretty timid for ourselves in the first half going forward. Then half time comes, and we start this one really well. I think the crowd actually really helped us out this in the first sort of 5-10 minutes of the second half. The place just erupted, really, didn't it? At the start of the second half, we knew that the boys needed to be got behind, and I think the crowd did that really well. Obviously, 10,000 inside the bank today, which was fantastic. So the second half starts. Danny Mandroyu, obviously, really well worked. I think, you know, I'll come on to him later, but a really good finish from the outside of his foot into the corner. Really sort of building on that goal that he scored against Newcastle United under 21s in the Papa John's Trophy. And, you know, there are a lot of players in League One that once they score one, they go on a bit of a run. And hopefully Danny Mandroyu is about to kickstart a bit of a run in the side where he can go and score and affect games in the final third, which will be massive for us, because we've seen what he's capable of in the first sort of month or so that he's been in and around the first team. So really impressed by Danny Mandroy, a really good finish. And then from then on in, I think they were probably the better side. Sheffield Wednesday's forays forwards were very rare. Rushworth didn't particularly have a lot to do. They had a few corners towards the end, but if I'm honest, if you watch the game in the second half, we did really, really well attacking. Jack Diamond looked a threat. Ben House, who I don't think will get credit today because he's not scored a goal. He played really well. Had a few opportunities today himself. It's a really well earned point, I think. Obviously, that's 5 points now from Wednesday, Charlton, and Ipswich, which given the size of the clubs that they are at this level, I think you take 5 points from those 3 games. Just really, really impressed today. Really impressed today. And I think if I'm going to give a man of the match to anybody, I think it's going to go to Danny Mandroy. Not only for his goal, but I thought constantly pressing from the front. Him and Ben House worked really well in tandem, and Jack Diamond also had a better game this afternoon. I thought really pressing well as well. And those 3 as a unit really worked really hard. And Danny, to be fair to him, got booked. But didn't let that really affect his game at all. Really tenacious, wide player. Obviously got his goal as well. So really good performance from Danny and the rest of the boys. The final thing I do want to mention before I do wrap this up, and I do apologise, it's a shorter episode. Filling air by yourself is a little bit more difficult than it is having Chris, your co-host here. But I just did want to make a note on the referee as well. I thought the referee was actually really poor this afternoon. A lot of decisions went Wednesday's way. For example, I can think of one, the Paulie O'Connor in the second half where he's pushed in the back, falls to the floor, handballs it. The referee gives a free kick to Wednesday, and then I think it's Jack Diamond in the other does the exact same thing to their centre half in the opposite corner flag, and he gives a free kick to Wednesday again. So for me, the refereeing at this level is a real big discussion and a real big talking point. Whether they should be full time or whatever. But I think the referee made a lot of mistakes today. I think he carded players a little bit too early. So then, obviously, I think there are quite a few yellow cards as the game went on. So, but yeah, not to gripe. That's a point against Sheffield Wednesday. They're still unable to beat us since they've been down in League One. So that's a bit of a victory as well. So thank you everybody for watching. Please make sure to like, comment and subscribe to the Stacey West, and we will see you early next week for another Stacey West preview show. Thank you for watching. Up the Imps.